So I didn't bring the GoPros down here. Not really set up to do this at all, but I am out looking for better ground. The ground down where the processor is about neck deep, and I can't get away from it. So I went down here to my great grams, not too far away, and the ground here seems better. It's still wet. Of course, we just lost that foot of snow, right? But I wanted to show you guys the property that basically started this channel and everything else, I guess. This is the property. This is actually the property as well. Back in the day on Riverside Down, I brought the kids down here and we did some chainsaw milling. Big white birch here. And that, I forgot, that's actually what the saw shop bench is made out of. This, you know, I don't even know, 30, I think it was 34 inches across, something like that. No, my 28-inch bar didn't go around it. But this is where it actually dropped, and we actually did all the milling right here where I'm standing. So I figured, because the ground is horrible down at the lot where the processor is, we come and take a quick peek. Down here I've got all my hunting stuff. That's where I've been. There's a stand there. There's a stand. You guys could probably see that orange strap up there. Got a stand over there, and then I got a couple out this way. But I wanted to scout these woods out. And like I said, the ground seems like it's stable enough here. Let me try to, I don't know what is better, face cam or woods cam. Would be tripping all the time. But I've got cabin fever after probably about 2 days. I've been working. I had a couple little tree jobs. I just went out to look at another one. But yesterday, I ended up fixing the dishwasher for the 4th time. And just getting things started in the house. I want to redo the ceiling in the living room type deal. But I need to get outdoors. So I figured I'd bring you guys with me. Like I said, we haven't looked at this property in probably since last August. It's the last time we made a little corduroy road here for the tractor to get across that little crossing. And I know we had a couple firewood poles here, a couple bits, Mr. Matthews wedge. And I know we got a pile of trash in here that I either want to burn, hook a cable to, or get it out of. But nonetheless, it's the perfect time of year because I can see what the ground is like for trees. You know, I cut a lot of the softwood off of this for Gramps Mill. There's still a little bit here that's kind of undersized, but the hardwood side, before I got this firewood processor, I was only taking the hardwood that I needed to open up trails and whatnot. So now that I've got the processor, and my aunt and uncle want this cleaned out, because you guys can see back, I don't know, 30, 40 years ago, maybe even longer, this was all field through here. And in the climate that we're in, with the winters being weird, everything else being kind of weird, forest fires have become a kind of a scare that have been happening a little bit more frequently. So just trying to figure out if it's lucrative enough to get some trees up by the road and have somebody pick them up, bring them down to the processor, or bring the processor down here. anything that's 10, 12 inches, kind of like this guy here, probably about 30 feet usable. We got a big truck. Big Kohler. Weird. Oh, it must be for they're putting in a cell phone tower right up the road here. But yeah, this is the skid trail that we came in. We bombed off by the road, and you can see how far down the woodlot is. But we can somehow squeeze down through here with a tractor. But I still have some pine logs up that I left last year, and Grandpa wanted to know if it's anything that we can get out of here before the end of spring. But it's looking pretty stinking wet. So this is the other little header that I've got. And I know the town came in and they did some cleanup on this pipe. So I know these logs were in the water. Actually, you could see the water line. Trying to get this unblocked, that way it'll clean up a little bit quicker for me. But yeah, I'll bring you guys over here real quick. Kind of see on the bottom. So all this was underwater here. Ooh, there's a screwdriver. China. Huh. Done that tire. But this is what was left. I think I got 4 trailers out of here. So I've got to start getting over into this section here. You can see but a little bit better stand of hardwood. So you got a nice cherry there, a couple nice ash. A lot of popple, just garbage. And hopefully we can get some regeneration going on, but it's just so thick in here. The deer and the ticks and everything else are pretty rough. Just about every time I came in here this summer, I came home with a new friend, so just gonna try to get her opened up. But all this excess water that you see flowing, this is all spring ground. I think about 60-70% of the houses right here are all driven off my grandmother's, late grandmother, great grandmother, property. So it's all pretty. I mean, you could see the sand coming out the ground there. Probably isn't all that interested in nobody, but content has been extremely stale. So I figured we'd go for a walk, kind of see what we've got for possibilities here. I was able to find a truck to do some short hauling for me, but that was if the ground I had here was going to support it, and it's questionable. Up here at least. Down in the old landing, it's pretty decent, but this is like I said, filled with springs pretty good. So heck, we got 132 people watching. Thank you guys. I don't know who you are. Welcome. We are RSD Outdoors. I've had a couple channels throughout the years. This one's my my new baby, we'll call it. I just started this back almost about a year ago now. And Where is it? The big stump. I know the one video that got million and a half, something like that, views. I was testing out a muffler. I wasn't even trying to. I was acting more of a fool with a new saw, but the stump is right here. Right there. See, I think it was a 500i with a custom built muffler on it. I got so much hate from cutting the tree so tall, but you could see what that tree, it was hollow, and the base of the tree was all sawdust there. So I cut it higher to try to get into some of the meat, which I just missed it by maybe a foot. And yeah, people lit me on fire for it, which is whatever. But yeah, I went and did I did a gaming channel, which was Rubber Side Down, back a couple of years. I think I quit that about the same time I started this one. Maybe I'll get back into it in the future, but yeah, now we do logging, we do tree work, outdoors, we do homesteading stuff. We're going to be getting into the homesteading stuff a little bit more and more. Yeah, I don't know. Well, like I said, the property that we've got, looks like we got some nice scrapes right there. Old scrapes, got blew down. Something must have landed on it. But I do want to come over. I've got a trail camera out past the orchard, which this is the old, I know it's kind of different. I don't even know if anybody's, let me see. No, nobody said nothing. All right, so this is the old orchard. Like I said, this all used to be a big field years ago. This is the old apple orchard they had. And I've got a deer camera out here that has been dead for a long time. One of them cell phone cameras. Here it is. But I haven't been over. There's a nice size ash right there. Really nice. Got a big old crotch in it though. Probably ice storm damage from '98. There's an elm. All the rest of this garbage is popple. But that's too big for the processor. Max we can take is 16. And this I bet you is, of course it's so hard to tell with the camera. It's zoomed in so far, so you guys are probably getting whiplash. But try to get over here. I like using these cameras now for security than for the deer. I just got to remember where it is here. There it is. So this is the old runway here. You guys can kind of see that. Looks like it's still pretty active, but all I've gotten on this in the last 6-8 months was coyotes. Surprised she stayed up, actually. It's got a tree hanging in the top of it. Oh, let me see. There's my stand up in that knotty pine. I don't know if I can stick you guys somewhere here while I get this thing out. Just hold the phone, please. All right, pocket will hold the phone. Sorry about that. Oh. All right. So we got one camera down, one more to go here, but I do want to take a look at this other side here. I've got another logging trail. I got $60 worth of straps on this tree. I'll show you guys this mess. This is probably one of my sketchier ones. These old freaking knotty pines are pain in the butt. But this is all spring down here as well. And of course, it's where we've got the pine stand. So these trees are pretty safe for the time being, which is unfortunate because they're definitely starting to show too much moisture. We've got a beaver dam down here. I've got to eradicate one of these days. Hello, Mr. DK NY12. How you doing, bud? So there is a she, we'll call it, that borders this property. But yeah, nonetheless, I mean, this is pretty much it. I wanted to get the cameras out of here. I wanted to walk it. There are some decent trees in here. Like that one has got to go. Top's already dead out of it, so it might have another year and a half before she goes punky, especially with the ground being, you know, not sure if I can even get the tractor down in here yet. And up above here, you guys can see where that big pine's standing. Yeah, right there. That is where that header is, the landing. So I used to have an old trail, came up through here before this got so wet. But it looks like everything of any size is pretty much done. A nice big pine right there that's going over. That thing looks pretty straight too. To see if I can't pull that from the top. But everything else down here is either popple or decent pine. This stuff in here, it's just too wet. Nice ash there, ash. There's a elm, box alders, that type of deal. Let me see. So the beaver dam is like covering the water. Yeah, he's got it dammed across. Been an issue. I've got a stand on the top of the hill up here, back on the old landing, that I was too much of a deer hunter to take the shots that I had on him at that time. But you can kind of see, you got this elm here, you got a nice ash behind it, little up and comer, and then you basically got a row right here of the big trees, and then everything behind it used to be the same way. And then, I don't know, 10-20 years ago when we got the ice storm, after that they kind of took it over. But when I do get back over to the landing, I'll try to take you over and we'll see if we can't see the old dam. But all we're doing right now is looking for ground that is suitable for me to get some more logs off. This will be actually April 10th, 15th, something like that, will be my first year done of being self-employed. I started out doing climbing work. And that led into small scale logging with my little tractor and farmy winch. And then it turned into logging in the fall. It's changed. I'm kind of going with the flow with it, just because I can be flexible. But yeah, then I started logging for a lady who had a couple different pieces of property that were sectioned off. One was sectioned off by a river. The other one was landlocked. And she's turned out to be more of a grandmother than a customer. But I bought a firewood processor. I think it was December 20th or something like that. And I've been spending all my winter there processing firewood for the upstate New York area. But down here, this is my great-grandfather's. He bought this splitter back in the 70s. So I started doing firewood bundles, which is quite the ticket. I sold out last year. This is cherry, pure cherry. I've got my yellow and white birch here. And then I've got maple. Where are you? Right down here. I've got maple, basswood, that type of thing. And then that basket there's full of elm. So I'm just kind of going with the flow. Am I going to do something with a dam? Well, I don't know that I plan on doing much with a dam, due to the fact that we're in the spring of the year. So I think more or less what I'm going to do is try to eradicate the beaver and then let the good Lord do the rest with the high water. I haven't climbed this stand in 2 years because I was so busy last year. It's funny how you start your own business thinking that you're going to get more time. Let me see. Yep, the beaver dam, the one that we had, used to be on that bank. So that got washed out last fall, must be. So you can see one starting right here behind this blowdown. And where we were is back at them big pines. So the beaver dam, I would imagine, has got to be a little bit beyond that. So right now, the only one that I'll really have any good shots on would be that one there. And you can actually see the residual, I don't know, behind this here limb, there's a residual dam down there. You see it? Right there. What's up, Todd? Yeah, we are on top of a tree stand right now. I wanted to check out the beaver dam situation. So I might as well get up here and sit for a minute. Haven't sat in a bit. Out of season, but coyote goes by, we'll be good. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Give you guys the lay of the land here. It looks horrible right now, but once she greens up, this is where everything kind of started for the channel. No, it's actually, it's already cut in half, the beaver dam. Like I said, I don't know if I've got a better, nah, I really don't. You might be able to see it better here though. You see how the water actually pushed it in half there? That big old cluster of crap right here where my finger is. So that's actually awesome. This right here, when I fell there's a big popple here, and I only limbed out to there, and I was reaching. You could see how I left the, oops, you could see how I left. Let me make sure my zoom's off here. It isn't, okay. You see how I left? That's because I was reaching from the bank with the saw, and I let it basically barbechair and split off when it cut. So the water was all the way up here last fall. So we have had, actually I have a couple videos on my channel about November, December, when we got a huge flood where I was just building a bridge for that lady that I've got the processor on property. I was building the bridge there, and the bridge was over my head in the middle. And in December, when we got that flood, the water was less than a foot underneath that bridge. So I don't really know if that does anything prospectively, but you know, with that type of flooding, this that little beaver dam didn't stand much of a chance. So that's good. That's real good. So I can let this dry up. Actually, you can see they've actually started, must be some juniors right here. Because all this is spring off of this hill. Spring water runoff. Now if I can get out of here without breaking my neck, because I put my ladder on backwards. Bear with me. All right. So there you go. You can see that step there is far too low, and these two right here are too narrow. I put that ladder on upside down. One of them rookie moves. Normally I ground hunted before I acquired a stand or two, and then I went kind of crazy with stands there 2-3 years ago. I think I put 6 or 8 up on this piece of property. But let me see, this is where, Todd, you probably remember them videos right at the beginning of the channel. I got them really nice big old pines out of here. I think that was one of the first times I actually tried it with the Farmy winch on the tractor. I think that was 28. That's where I got it to fall. Boned it out and left the nasty portions of it. This must be working on shorts. I must be getting shorts people in. I'm not so sure about that. When I first started it up, I was amazed. I couldn't believe how many people were in here. I think we were at 500 or 600. This is all roughly thrown in here just because it fell, and I just got back down here. But you guys can hear it's hollow, nice and dry. All been seasoning all over winter. And the crappy part about this property is this trail right here. It is bottomless. I tried filling it this past year with a tractor, but I always had my side-by-side to get in here and get my bundle wood out. And now my tractor's landlocked down at, we'll call it Carolyn's. And my side-by-side I sold to get the processor. So kind of put myself in a predicament, but that's why I was coming out here to survey this part. This is a homemade bridge. I still have yet to cross it with a tractor, but this is quite the ravine here. Of course, it doesn't look like nothing on camera, but I'd say probably 8 foot or so. You can kind of see the holes you lose an ankle. All right. So now this would be a feasible area to get in here with a tractor. I don't know. I still got to do some work here because this hill that we're sitting on here is pretty vertical at the bottom where my, I don't know which way to have you guys faced, where my little makeshift bridge is. But I wanted to come in here and hopefully not lose the flashlight. Okay. I wanted to come in here and check what we had for wood. See a nice ash, decent sized maple. This is popple, popple, popple. Another ash, ash, maple. But if I can get enough wood out of here to keep me busy down there, like I said, I think it's going to be 100, 100 and a half for the truck to pick up the wood from down here. But then we're set. And at least we'll have some more wood down at the yard temporarily. It looks like an elm. There's a soft maple, popple, ash here. There's an elm. Must have busted. Yep. And look at the ground. I mean, that's why nothing's thriving. Just want to get an excavator in here or some type of ditching tool just to keep the water out of the roots, because nothing grows in here. It's hard to even get in here in the fall to hunt it. We got some nice trails though. It's a nice cherry. Really, really. I bet you that's probably 48, 50 inch. But then the ice storm happened and it crotches. Well, I hope you do, Mr. DKNY. I don't know. This is not generally what I do. But it is. I do this just about 3-4 times a week. I just don't film it, you know, because I don't know. I don't usually talk to myself, and I feel like I'm talking to myself in the woods. Maybe a, hey, that's a pretty tree type of deal, but yeah, no, content's been extremely slow. I can't make content right now just because we're in mud season, and anybody in New York, at least upstate New York, knows and understands. Do I have a tick on me already? Deer. That looks like an awful big track though. Not sure what that is. We have had occasionally a moose around, so that's been fantastic. I actually had a couple charge at the skidder, one of the last skidding jobs that we had when I was logging for Duhame. But we're getting into, oh, that's the wrong camera. Another nice ash. They just don't have the height. Carolyn's property, they've got good height for the most part. But everything here, like I said, that ice storm back in '98 really hurt. There's a couple spalling ones. There's an ash with a crotch right off the stump. You don't see that too often. I think my boot's leaking. Cherry, gone bad. Well, I'll show you guys. I've got more cameras down in here. I'll try to show you guys at least. Here's a nice cherry. Well, it was. There'll be some firewood there. Let's see. But this is the end goal. And they're too big for Grandpa's sawmill. I know they are. To be honest with you, there's probably a triaxle load worth of pine down here. But the end goal is to try to get these guys out. I've always wanted to. This piece that I'm on right now is 50 something acres. But look at the pines. Straight as a freaking arrow. And just unmolested down here. It's just so far away from everything. You know what I mean? I don't know how to capture this. It ain't gonna. It's just huge, man. Everything close to the area where your trees, so you have, and I'm having a hard time with the reading of that. I thought smells, cut, everything. Else. Oh. Cut small trees just in case of emergencies? Well, right now I'm doing production. The logs, I mean, you guys can see that. That is freaking massive. I don't know how to. I don't know how to. Like, this is your average trail camera, right? Okay, my hand, trail camera in my hand, right? I'll try to put this down scale-wise. That's why I want to get these out of here so bad, because they're just going to break. There's nothing around. They're the tallest things around. I'll try to get you guys a scale here. You know, and this one here is wider, absolutely wider. But it's just odd. You know, they're straight. That thing's got a lot of limbs on it, but they're just, there's nothing around. You know, it's a bit wonky. But this is, like I said, this is end goal. I don't even know if my tractor would pull an 8-foot stick like this. It'd be fun trying. But this might be a pull the mill down here and have 2 tractors on it type of situation. Yeah, this freaking strap is gonna choke me. All right. What else? I've got another stand I probably should look at. It'd be in that tree right there. Or that one up there, I'm not sure. But for the people, I think, okay, what type of tree was that? These are, what are they, northeastern white pine? North American white pine, something like that. That one's got a bit of a swoop in it, but a little bit of sweep. Then we got a maple, and then another white pine. And these back here are cherries. I didn't get to hunt one day this year. Did not get to. I was so busy. I was so busy with work that I didn't get to take any time down here. I mean, this is all You can see I've got all this cut. I used to have a licking branch hanging right here. I did all this 2 years ago. I got this all ready. I used to mow it just to be able to walk down here in the winter and the fall of the year. But I can see this year I'm gonna have to do some more TLC to it. Big elm. Another white pine with vines. Coyote scat. There's some old beaver sign here. There's a nice cherry. Another nice cherry. Actually quite a few. A little grove in here. But I came down here with my grandfather. See the beaver eating. And of course he grew up on this property. They used to have cows down here. Like I said, it was an old field. Oh no. Is that a sandbar or a beaver dam? I don't know if I'll even be able to get across that. Right now's the time of year to do it though, if I can. But he used to take the old Alice Chombers. Hopefully that didn't mess with anybody. I had low battery warning on the phone come up. They used to take the old Alice Chombers up through this river, and that's how they'd bring the logs out. Little two-wheel drive. He said they used to. There's one of them beaver spillways. Look like they're eating on the bank. But I thought that was a beaver dam. But yeah, he said they used to just get into the river upstream there, and float the logs with the tractors right down through. So this is a perfect time of year to get in here. I need to go and get the Freedom package sender. I know it's not the time of day, but at least I feel like I've done a little bit, you know. But yeah, this is all sand here. It all used to be the river. That was the river back at 98, and then it went back to the existing river here. I don't know, it's so cool. Just cool. Can see an old, that was an old beaver dam before the blowout from the river. The rest of it's on that bank right there. So like I said, we get high enough waters to basically take care of the beavers. The problem is the beavers. If you don't get rid of them, they just rebuild. So some cat tracks. So yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, there is nothing here. The only other piece of property that I can get to, and I don't even know if my truck will make the hill right now because of how wet the ground is. And it seems like we start to get a little bit drying, like last week when I was doing that dirt work, and then we get another foot of snow. So another nice cherry. Where's my stand? A lot of deer sign. A lot of deer sign and big cat sign. Another nice cherry right here. Nice maple. And we got a little lady right here. This seems to be the dumping spot. I think them trees are the boundaries. And then there's a field there. So my stand's right in front of me. Okay, so this isn't the dumping spot. Her dumping spot. Or at least used to be. So there's a sign. And I could have swore I had, yeah, that cherry tree right there, I had a cell phone camera on. It's not there anymore. So there's that four ladders, and I can oversee there's a beautiful little waterfall in here. But it's too thick to really try to bring a camera in there. A nice cherry. Oh, shoot. I'm going to join next time. See you later, buddy. Good to have you. How was the hunting this year? Oh, I'm not much good at tree ID by bark. Only a little bit compared to others. Oh, I've got buddies that trap and all that. Like this right here, Todd. This is cherry. See how red it is in there? Or what do they call that? Black cherry. I'm very vague when it comes to it, except for maple, because maple took me a long time to learn. And this right here, this is elm. This is Satanwood. You hear a lot of people refer to it as, because it is nothing but fiber. The only thing I can really say with elm, it looks kind of like ash, but it's got a yellow hue to it. I don't know how really else to say it. And I don't have an ash here to actually show. Like this is box alder. That's box alder behind it. There's cherry tree right here. You can see that little bit of green. You know, the cherry. It's a little cherry grove right here. Then you got these. I don't know what they are. I usually call them knotty pines because they make knotty wood. Apple tree, white birch. Of course, then you got your pin birches. So your white birch would be, they grow bigger, thicker. Maybe like that guy there. Where pin birches, they do this. And then with any type of snow load, they're on the ground. It's kind of hard. It is hard. It is hard. When they're young, it's hard for me too. When they get older, it's pretty simple. Just because they don't ever really get of any size, they break off and die. You go, there's an elm. This is probably classic elm. Yeah, like popple. Smells like cat pee. Let's see. I can't believe we've been going this long. It's awesome. Oh, we're gonna go the other way. See, like this right here, this would confuse the crap out of me, except for it's already dying. See, this is pin birch. I don't know that I want to go back through that. I don't really think there's much other ways though. Now this is gonna bring us, once we cross this point in the river, I had cameras up on trees here too, because seems like everything comes to drink. Got vines wrapped around my legs, which were never a thing in Peasleyville in the past, but now everybody's a freaking wine farm or whatever. Everybody's gone organic with it. And now we've got vines in the middle of a freaking forest because these trucks go by with the grapevines. Oh, that's nice. Hit my nice brand new washed hoodie. Sticking mud. So yeah, these trucks go by with the vines and all that. And then that's what you got. So this right here, this is the deer glory hole. You can see we got a little apple tree on the other side. So they got fruit here in the fall. But they love being here and drinking. I had a camera right here somewhere. I'm not sure where it is now. Again, I think that's 2 cameras so far that I do not know. I think it was on that guy right there. Oh well, I guess. Not much you can do about it unless you get them on camera. And they were the old good ones. Oh, I ordered off eBay. My neighbor Matt told me which ones he liked, so I got some. And the only problem with them is they don't. Well, it's not really a problem, I guess. They're old school. They don't send you a video or a picture back to your phone, you know. And when they're this far back, you make a racket getting in and getting out. So I don't like to check them too often. Where did I come from? I think I came from here. Nice white birch here. Small, but nice and sturdy. Okay, there's my footprints. We're coming back. We ain't lost. Oh, this feels so good though. Feels so good to be back out in the woods regardless of what I'm doing. Not that I couldn't do this, but I'm kind of chomping at the bit. I seen elm from a sawmill around 3 feet. Really? Yeah, they get, I mean, we have the odd big elm come out, but not often here. Not often. They usually get 18-inch and die. The bugs are pretty bad on elm, at least the woodpeckers. Ooh, but I'm gonna wrap this up, guys and gals. I might come back on in a bit. I want to go to that adjacent property that's high and maybe dry. I don't like messing around up there too much because there is better wood, but it's got the landlock issue now after family sold it. Sold the roadside part of it. So I'm not sure on how I get wood out of there yet. But before the phone dies, I want to thank y'all for coming in. God bless y'all. And we'll see you again soon. Remember to like the video if you like this. Like I said, it's probably a lot better than Sunday live streams just because I'm doing something. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but Sundays are kind of chill. And I like to kind of go back and forth with comments and giving it my full attention. We're out here, I've kind of got to keep my head on a swivel. So either way, God bless y'all. And we will see you next time.